I think another way of communication is allowing them to inquire about why the change. They want to know. It's because you are becoming not fitting there. What did your boss tell you when you wanted to leave? What was their response to you, Titus? Committed, well-meaning Christians also will not accept. So when they present their way of thinking, you may develop a doubt whether my way is right or wrong. So one other thing is, each one of you need, when you learn certain thing, that's enough to start with. It has to sink inside you, become very clear for you that any challenge on that, you'll be able to face inside. That's the time we can let them know also. But rest of it, they won't understand. They don't want to know also. You need discernment. Okay? Telling them is one. What will you do with yourself? When you're moving in the direction, what will you do with yourself now? The way of functioning was not dictated to you. You adopted it.
Yeah.
So there is something deeper issue there. Either to perform, prove, various things. Is it there?
I'll have to think deeper.
Yeah. So it may not be fully the system itself, something deeper than that also. Because oil falling into water doesn't get mixed up. It always remains separate. Lotus flower leaf doesn't get wet. Before we look at somebody else, maybe the reason, we need to see whether in me there is an affinity for such things, attraction for such things, wrong things. Some will say, they paid me so much, they provided me so much, so they are responsible. Why did it come into your hand? Because you wanted it. You're always free to say no. They gave me promotion. Why did you take it? If you drag a magnet through the street, lot of iron filings, iron pieces will get stuck. You drag a glass piece, nothing will stick. The stickiness is inside also. Stickiness is inside. The Lord went through, nothing was sticking. Judas went through, money began to stick into his hand. And naturally he becomes the treasurer also. He would have volunteered. He could have got him elected as the treasurer. When you, earlier years, when you want to learn cycling, in a football court you are cycling. There's only one post there, or two posts on one side. Your aim is not to hit it, finally you will go and hit it and stop. Why? Your whole concentration is on that post, not on cycling. Same way, you get attracted to a certain thing because there is an attraction toward it. Finally you will say, God provided everything. I didn't know, it just came, brother. It doesn't come like that. Step by step, deep inside, we move toward that. You can share your need somewhere, mention somewhere, the right place and go off. Then they will send everything to you. I didn't want it, brother. It came. But somewhere you mentioned it. The inner desire. Why do certain kinds of prophets come to you always to tell prophecy? Because you want to know God's will in the shortcut way. Devil knows it. He will send exactly right people to you and right messages also. Yogi ichichadum vaidyam kalpichadum pala. The patient wanted milk. When the doctor came, he said milk. He will immediately grab it. In the Bible also, which kind of verses appear to you? No, what do you want? What do you want? And you say, God speaks to me. This is a kind of item. That is why, how do I keep my mind continuously open before God? Silence. Silence. One person who wanted to go, he was a zoology professor, he wanted to, I was guided about missions. He had a big struggle. So one day, he sat and wrote all the plus point of being a zoology professor and the other negative things about going for missions. He read everything. Wrote everything that came in his mind. Then, so at least it sat and read it. It was very clear why he was staying there for wrong reasons. All his argument was wrong. It was very clear. He resigned and came off. Theodore Srinivasagam. Put everything before on a white paper and look at it, negative, positive. Then you will see your mind, little bit at least. Silence is the best way. Another.